Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I am Marv. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame Tarot. It's going to be your January 2024. This is going to be the collective hidden truth reading. And we are going to go ahead and get into it. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. In this hidden truth reading, we have the hidden truth oracle cards for pink representing feminine, blue representing masculine. Is how I am initially going into it. But of course, you can resonate with whichever side you want to resonate with. Let's find out where we are. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective and in the pinned comment. Guys, take a moment to go over on the community tab. I'm going to try to link it below for you. Vote on the song. I'm going to be doing a closing video for the month for everyone because there was a couple of weeks with this crazy month that you have not received a video. So to compensate for that, I'm going to be doing another music inspired video, which was really fun when we did that a few weeks ago. I've been getting hit up by you guys about how you like that. So we're going to roll with that to close us out. And we may be doing those more. It's always fun for you guys to vote. I miss the voting. If you're a day oneer, you know that's what we used to do a lot. I do miss interacting with you guys. So the voting is already going on. Our theme is 90s R&B. Last time I checked, Keith Sweat's Make It Last Forever is winning. So, you know, we got some songs on there. So go and check that out. And if that's something that you want to see, just hit me up and let me know. Let's get into this. Also, I'm sorry, last but not least, members, your member exclusive video is up. Guys, go and watch a video. Okay. You asked for it. You voted on it. I want you to go watch it. It's been done. It was a labor of love. So go and check it out. And of course, as the new month starts from January to February, which is sometime next week, members, Marvelous members, please look out on the member only community tab so you can vote on the new video for the month of February. Okay, let's get into this, guys. So pre-shuffling this, the divine feminines or the feminine side of this is really in an energy of we need to let each other go. Interesting enough, when I was pre-shuffling on the masculine side is saying point blank, I can't be with you. Now, I thought that it was interesting to clarify these initial things, and I'm going to actually sit these cards to the side, but I'm going to start off clarifying both of these because this is what is staring back at me. All right, so we're going to go, a lot. Okay. I'm trying to get just one card, Spirit. It looks like feminine has a lot to say. So on the feminine side or the, well, we'll see, the pink side or the feminine side of the hidden truth, we need to let each other go, is being clarified by one-sided relationship. So the feminines in this dynamic, collective feminines is feeling as if we need to let each other go because you know damn well it was a one-sided relationship. Period, point blank. All right, this is our thing. This is where the feminines are. All right. Masculine, of course, is saying, I can't be with you. Let's clarify that with the Andromeda Skies Love Oracle and find out why that's there. Why is this here, Spirit, for masculine? I feel like I ruined everything. Okay, so now we are getting somewhere. So the masculine side is making a declarative statement and stating that they can't be with you right now, feminines, but the collective masculine is feeling like they ruined everything. A lot of them are definitely, of course, in their ego, and they really don't want to own up. I feel it halfway. Half of them are feeling extremely guilty about ruining everything, so they just feel like, forget it, instead of fighting. This particular masculine group that I am channeling energy for is basically stating that I ruined everything, so I just can't be with you. It's easier for me to just be low vibe or, whatever derived, whatever caused them to ruin everything. The guilt of it for some of them is just so great that they feel like they just can't be with you. Others of them, because I'm getting a split bag here, just feels like whatever their low vibratory energy was to begin with, they just can't own up to their mistakes. And that could be the reason why, feminine, you decided to walk away to begin with. That could be exactly why you're in this energy. It was a one-sided relationship. They wanted way more than they actually put out. And as you can see, they are coming to say that they ruined everything. So to a certain extent, they're sort of admitting what your sentiment is, feminine. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to get 3 more cards on either side, and then we're going to clarify. All right, what does the feminine have to say? We will be together again. Okay, well, fam, what else? One more. We also have, you and I were too young. Interesting. I'm feeling some stuff off of that one. Interesting. Give me one more, spirit. Thank you. And we have, we got 2. No, I am going to go back. I don't want much more because these cards are jumping. They're jumping. All right, one more, spirit. Just give me one. All right. I wish I could take back my words. We definitely got a mixed bag over here on the feminine side. All right. So, although the overall theme on the feminine side is that we need to let each other go, which was clarified by because it was a one-sided relationship, it's clear that the feminine side in this Hidden Truth collective is basically stating we will be together again. You and I were too young, and I wish I could take back my words. So, although masculine, and we haven't pulled their cards yet, but their overall theme again is in the energy of they can't be with you because they feel like they ruined everything. The films are stepping up and basically, stating, we were too young. I'm getting some hits off of this intuitively before we introduce these clarifier cards. But the very first thing I'm thinking when I get this you and I were too young is that there was an emotional maturity here. Now, I don't necessarily think that you and I were too young has a lot to do with just the fact that you were too young. I feel like there was an emotional immaturity here. There was a one-upmanship. There was a control battles of who's going to lead, who's going to follow type of thing. Okay. Fams, you were definitely more vocal in this relationship of sorts. Very vocal, feeling like you wish you could take back some of the things that you said, understanding that through your frustration and hurt, you may have overstepped your boundaries and said some things that you really didn't want to say to this person because you really did love them. You were just probably speaking from a point of frustration, but your hidden truth is stating that deep down inside, you do wish you could take those words back no matter how much masculine hurt you, is what I'm saying. And really, what you may not want them to know, this is a hidden truth reading, you really feel like you guys will be together again. No matter how upset you are, you really do feel like that you and masculine will be together again. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead on our masculine side. Let me do a couple more shuffles and find out what the sentiment is on this end. This is for masculine. What do we have, spirit? All right. First card out is I find you so attractive. Okay. Well, they're thinking about you, feminine. We also have and how you look. I miss hearing your voice. Okay. So obviously you guys have not spoken, and this is definitely, you guys have not been in contact. What else do we have, spirit? I want to start over. Well, there we go. Well, I think it's very, very obvious that the masculines, they feel like they can't be with you, but at the same time, they go back and forth because in their overall energy, they can't be with you because they ruined everything, but yet they still find you incredibly attractive. Like, even if they have tried to walk away, masculine, I am feeling like no one else. It doesn't matter how good this person looks. It doesn't matter how big their butt is. It don't matter what they find attractive on someone else. You still, in this bond that you have and what you had, they still find you attractive. Have you ever, let me just pause this for a second. Have you guys ever been in a relationship and somebody, one of your friends or one of your family members, or, thinks that the person that you love is ugly? But because you already have feelings for that individual, you find them very attractive and it doesn't matter. Because it's not up to someone else to see what you see. You're the person that loves the person. So if some of you guys are struggling with this notion about, because there is on the masculine side this attract, if that's what they're feeling, that's a hidden truth. Why would I find you so attractive be a hidden truth? So I'm feeling like there is an energy here of, maybe someone being unconventionally beautiful or sexy, feminine. Maybe, you don't meet the status quo of what the new trend is around here, but you don't have to. You don't have to. One thing that I can tell you, if there was ever a theme between you and masculine where you felt unattractive, not worthy because you didn't fit some type of body type or societal norm or whatever this crap is, because we already know I'm an OG, so I don't compete with where I don't compare. I'm not going to compare my body type to a 25-year-old or even a 20-year-old, because I had my time and it was great, but I'm somewhere else now. So if this is you, this person, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. They did ruin everything. So maybe there were some things that were said that misrepresented how they felt, because sometimes when you have an individual who doesn't communicate properly, their words can misrepresent their heart. I'm not making an excuse, but I'm telling you, there is a theme of finding you attractive. Mishearing your voice is a confirmation that you and this person are not speaking. You definitely put up some boundaries and it was a wrap. You're like, nope, I'm not dealing with this individual. They mishearing your voice, which means that there's an absence. They feel a void. And I don't want to put words in their head, in their mouth, but they miss hearing your voice, which means that hearing your voice was a part of a routine. It had been going on for a while. You determine the timeline. And if you miss something, then that means what? You lost it, right? So it's safe to assume that you guys have not spoken. You could have this person blocked. You could decide that you're not dealing with this individual anymore. And if we look at the next card in their energy, when they're talking about they want to start over, that's a pretty clear indication that something has ended. Okay. All right. So we have what we need. Let's get into these clarifiers. I have two totally different tarot decks, and we're going to go into getting some themes as to what's going on. Let's go back, and we're going to start with the feminines, with ladies first. One of the things that you guys both agree on is that one of you wants to start over, and one of you guys knows that you guys will be together again. So this is, I've been doing these collective readings now back probably for about 4 months and 3 months. And this is the first hidden truth reading. I think we started doing collectives again, guys, back in November. And this is the first hidden truth reading where the last one was positive too. The last one was positive, but this one is the very first one of late where masculine and feminine both feel like they want to be together. The last one was really positive, but I think maybe my conclusion came from the clarifying cards. Maybe not. I know, but this is the first that I'm remembering where feminine is saying we're going to be together again. Masculine is saying I want to start over. I know that masculine said that the last time. All right, what do we got? Let's clarify this. We're going to clarify everything on this energy, on the energy over here for the feminine. We will be together again. You and I were too young. Oh, wow, that came out that way. And I wish I could take my words back. What do we have? Why are these cards here? Why is this the hidden truth? Thank you, Spirit. We got too many. I'm going to take them. All right, we got the Queen of Swords. Clear. Also, the Moon in reverse. To the Three of Pentacles. To the Empress that came out. Yes, let's go into this word situation. This definitely has been confirmed. There were strong boundaries that were put up by you, feminines, and you were very vocal. I told you even intuitively that you were the one that was that one that communicated good, bad, or indifferent in this relationship. Masculine basically was probably more reactive. You tried to be proactive and do things or say things, but you were the one that put the boundaries up. You also are no longer afraid. With the moon being in reverse, the major arcana is indicating that there was fear and illusions, and maybe only things came out in the dark. Maybe you were just as afraid to put down some boundaries, or afraid, or put up some boundaries, and or equally afraid to say how you felt to the masculine. And at some point you got tired of that. Some of you walked into an energy of working on yourself with this Three of Pentacles. What you would have wanted from masculine was to be on the same page, be at the same level of competency. But you wasn't. You were not. It doesn't take away the love. I'll get into this Empress in a second. But I feel like there was an absence of working together. And I believe that what you started to do was work on yourself. Three Pentacles, it could indicate three individuals. It could indicate, I think, when I say three individuals, I'm talking about three individual pentacles. Yours, your pentacle, feminine, masculine's pentacle, and then this third pentacle, as I am interpreting, should be what you guys should be working on together, half and half, right? You can look at it that way. But of course, this is the card that indicates that there was other people, other distractions, other something else. So it could be that you started to value other things. You felt that if they were not going to work with you, you were going to find someone else to work with you, period. I feel that you are stepping up to the plate, feminine, and saying, listen, maybe I was too irrational. I wish I could take my words back, but I'm feeling like what you wanted was a competent partner who was equally, emotionally mature, that can match you, instead of having to always be the bad guy. I feel like masculine really left you in a position with all of the cards because they held back, they ruined everything, they wouldn't make a decision, they wouldn't work with you, so forth and so on. This Empress card that came out with that one, because that they came out together. When I thought it was one card, it was actually two. Lets me know that these themes around working together, being on the same page, commitment, all of the things that you can glean from a Three of Pentacles as far as this relationship with you guys was concerned. I'm looking at Empress, and there still was an energy of wanting to birth the new beginning, wanting to be the Empress to your Emperor. We'll see if Emperor comes out for them. If you wanted to be their divine counterpart anyway. And it just seemed like no matter what, you did not get met halfway on that. And that is probably why you grew so frustrated and decided, I am your Empress. I will birth your children. Some of you guys could be pregnant, could have had a baby by the person, or could be pregnant now when you've broken up, which is really a sad situation. Either way. But I feel this energy with you. It's like, why don't you just meet me halfway? Why is it always? I don't want to start, guys, saying what they did or didn't do. I'm gonna let the clarifying cards talk back to you based upon what the tarot says. But I'm talking about you now. So I am interpreting the Three of Pentacles to the Empress as, I am your Empress. I've had your child. I will have your baby. I will birth something new with you. I will stay by your side. We will make things happen. The intimacy is off the chain. We can be a team. We can be a power couple. We can be this. We can be that. The Empress indicates so many things. I've nurtured you. I've poured into you. And I feel like you just did not get that back. And that is what you were crying out for. All right. That's what you were crying out for. And that probably is one of the reasons why your overall theme was one-sided relationship, and also why the masculine is saying they feel like they ruined everything. Let's get into masculine. Let's get into this. Why is this here? Six. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Six of Pentacles. The reason why they couldn't do the shit with you is because they had too many other damn things going on. That's why. They were trying to find balance in their own situations, and you could know, or some of you guys don't know, all of the things that they were going through with this Six of Pentacles. They were trying to rob Peter and pay Paul, and unfortunately, Peter or Paul, one of those sides had to get the short end of the stick. They could have felt like they were doing a good job of feminine with always balancing the scales, but unfortunately they didn't. They tried to be fair. They don't know how they want to give this other, that's probably that third pentacle. Now it's making sense. I'll tie it back to that in a second. They did not, their belief is that both sides of what they're dealing with in their life, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a daughter, maybe it's running a business, whatever their other pentacle represents. And I don't think that it's the third party, because you wouldn't have knowingly stayed for a third party, but we'll let the cards talk for now. They tried to give equal reciprocity, and you just can't. You have to put boundaries up and understand that you're not going to be able to please all parties. But at the same time, you can't compare a relationship to anything else. For example, let me just get the third card. What else do we have, Spirit? Okay. So we have the Six of Pentacles to the Star to the Page of Cups. Let's just go with that. So you cannot have equal reciprocity in some situations. You just can't. It's almost as if having a girlfriend and having a mistress. You know damn well that one of the, and I'm using that's a bad example, but first of all, that is wrong. But you cannot please both parties, because it's going to be something that is automatically off the rip not fair. Why? Because you are married. You live with, you have to take care of your responsibilities first. Someone's going to feel like they get the short end of the stick, and it may not always be who you think is going to get, So all I'm saying is this person was definitely taking care of something or someone else. I am looking at a Six of Pentacles that is counteracting your Three of Pentacles. So a Six of Pentacles again, generosity, gratitude, community support, sharing. So this person is some type of community leader. They may have to do certain things for other individuals. And in their head, if they took care of that and you got the short end of the stick, feminines, you should have understood. They felt like they can count on you when it matters, and hope that your ass felt the same way. They really feel like whenever you needed something, that they were there for you. You probably felt like, how in the hell is that even true? They feel very supported by you, because we see what you were. You were the damn Empress. They feel like you are very giving. You were the Empress. They felt your generosity and your love, and to them, they tried to balance that shit as much as they could. But They're not coming up as the Emperor. So they're coming up to match your pentacles as a 6. You felt like you didn't get that support. They feel like they tried to balance it as much as they could. But you know there is another image, another person here. Well, so they were giving to others. I'm going to clarify the 6 of Pentacles separately, but we're going to keep moving. I don't feel like you felt very supported. It's very clear that you didn't feel that way. In addition to that, I'm going to get my other deck and start shuffling so I can just single out that 6 of Pentacles because I want to know who else they're giving to and what they're dealing with. It is Pentacles, so I'm really much feeling like intuitively I'm feeling like a child. Maybe they have a child from another relationship or children. They're responsible for something else. All right. And if it's third party, whatever it is, well, it is a third party, but is it a romantic third party situation? We're going to find out. All right. In addition to what has come out for them, clarifying the I find you so attractive, I want to start over, and I miss hearing your voice, obviously is the star. All right. What is the star? It's hope, healing, and optimism. They hope that you heal. They hope that they can get another chance. They know they screwed it up. Remember, I can't be with you. Why? Because I feel like I ruined everything. So they contradict themselves and they go back because they must know that whatever this burden is, which I'm calling it a burden, whatever this thing is that they're dealing with, guys, they feel like they're never going to be able to get rid of it. Now, what is something that you have to take care of that you feel like that you never are going to be able to get rid of? A family member. A third party, you can remedy that unless this was a married mistress situation. And the third part, like the 3 of Swords has not come out, but the 3 of Pentacles indicate that they're financially responsible for something else, or they're financially given to another party. All right. Then we have Page of Cups. They want to apologize. This is the reason why they miss hearing your voice. You mean something to them and they want to express to you how they feel. We haven't gotten the past and the present yet, but I'm going to isolate this 6 of Pentacles and we're going to go in. What are these other things that they're giving to? Give me what they're struggling with. Clarify the 6 of Pentacles. Give me one more, please. Thank you. We have Justice. We have 6 of Swords. And we have 8 of Cups. Yep, it's a relationship. It's an old relationship. And it could have yielded. Wow, that's interesting. Justice indicates that there's some type of court order. This means that whatever they did in the past, they're getting this shit back right now. Plain and simple. 6 of Swords, meaning that they're in recovery. They're moving out of choppy water. So this is a past situation. Ain't got shit to do with you. 8 of Cups is there's an emotional tie. They have to physically walk away from this, whatever this thing is. Some of them, they have children or a child from a previous relationship. I do feel like there's a court order. They can't get away from this. Maybe they work so much and then they have some type of custody of a child. And then that cut into the time that you guys can really do something. This is why they feel like they can't be with you, because they feel like this permanent, this thing that they're trying very hard to juggle is permanent. And they're going to always have to deal with this. That's why I told you. Give me past and present. Aha. There's the, we got, yep. King of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. So they're coming out and saying that they know that there's a 3 of Pentacles. And you are coming out and saying, so this is letting me know that you know about what this thing is. So this is confirming that you know what it is and that they were very upfront about what it was, but you still feel like they got too much going on and they cannot really be the person that you want them to be with their time and their money and their investment. All right, so let me give you some examples. they are a single dad, or it doesn't, that's just because it's masculine and feminine, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be male or female. But I'm just going to read it the way I'm seeing it, and you take it as it resonates, switch it as you need to. So let's just say they're a single dad, they divorced someone, or maybe they were never married, but they have some type of custody agreement, and they just have certain things that they have to do that's court appointed. Let's just say you want to blend your family with this individual, but they are worried about that. Maybe that bothers them. They didn't want to really do the traditional. They look at relationships with outside people as separate. I can tell because of the way they separated Peter and Paul on this image, where it's like they're taking breadcrumbs, they're holding a scale, and they're trying to give to both parties. This is letting me know that they have multiple things in their life that they're responsible for, and you couldn't really be where you wanted to be if it had just been whatever you consider normal. So I'm not with anybody, I don't have any kids, and then you guys are on the same page. Or I'm not with anybody, I don't have a custody agreement with my child's mother or father. We have an agreement. We're not together. She's remarried, he's remarried, that type of situation. This is a little bit more complicated than that. Okay. And then also, there is a whole nother person here. So are they taking care of someone else? Maybe it could be whatever situation you think, but one thing that I do want to say, they don't put up boundaries the way that they're supposed to. And also, what's notable in the clarifier for this card only is the King of Swords came out, and you are coming up as the Queen of Swords in your clarifying energy, feminine. So masculines are really in a catch-22 situation. Period. They feel very much capable of loving you and very much capable of meeting you halfway, but it wasn't enough for you for whatever your reason was, and you have every right to feel that way. It is very, very clear that it wasn't enough because they just couldn't show up for you the way you need them to. So I know that this is an unorthodox situation. And there is something that they have to shell money out to, which takes away from you guys building whatever. So it could be as soon as they get this burden off their back, then they would like to start over. They're saying this, but I'm going to tell you that they have realized where they went wrong. Because look at 5 cards came out clarifying the 6 of Pentacles. And out of all those 5 cards, the 6 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles came out, which is exactly what came out in your energy, which was exactly what you called out. So they're acknowledging that they didn't work with you. Everything that you said about their emotional maturity, everything that you said about their incompetence, everything that you're feeling, they're acknowledging that. They know they have to put boundaries up. They know that they mishandled you in a certain way. And they also know that they have to recover from whatever this thing is. This is very, very reminiscent of a couple of clients that I have where you want things to go a certain way. I lost the client because I had to tell her, you're worrying too much about what they're doing. It's time for you to stop worrying about it. The ex got married. They had children, and every encounter with my ex-client was about, well, my ex-husband and his new wife are doing this, but they want the kids to do this. And it's like she didn't have anybody. So, I mean, I'm very open to my clients, but it's like, that's what this feels like. It's like after a while, it's like not you feminines, masculines, they're trying to control something and they didn't look at the part that they play. It's like I'm a victim in all of this, but you're not. You're not a victim. And this King of Swords is letting me know your Queen of Swords put boundaries up with them. This King of Swords is clarifying the 6 of Pentacles, which lets me know that they now need to look at this situation from a more logical perspective, and they need to put boundaries up within the inner workings of this Six of Pentacles situation, where they feel like they are in control because they want to please all parties and they don't want to be mean. But their pull is stronger to this other thing, which leads me to believe that it is bound by one or two things, blood or money. We can move on. I am going to take the Justice card, though, and add the Justice card to this Six of Pentacles as what remains. One of the things that I am going to let you know, if you do love this person, is that they are trying to put boundaries up and emotionally detach from what they're trying to control. And before we get into past and present and close us out, I just want to say, as far as that client is concerned, she was definitely this side. She felt she could not, she claimed that she didn't care about the fact that he moved on, but there was a lot of things that he was doing with the new wife that he wasn't doing with her. He fought for this other lady and all of that. And every reading was about not her, but about what they were doing. And she didn't like what I told her. And so, like, if you, my spirit guides say, if someone calls on you and then they get mad at what you see, then you understand where that leads. And that just is what it is. Like, I have been reading her for so long, there should have been a level of trust, but she got in her ego. I'm not going to say what her zodiac sign was, but she got in her ego. And when I tried to explain a different approach to her, she became resistant of that. And go somewhere else where they're going to tell you what you want to hear. But you already know I'm not going to do that over here. Especially if I've been reading you 3-4 years and I'm your spiritual advisor. So I'm not going to do that. So I said all that to say, this is what you did to this person. When you tried to give them advice and let them know anything about how you were feeling feminine, they became, again, they ruined everything, possibly with some, what did I say in the beginning? Reactive, before all this even came out. You were the verbal one, and you were the Queen of Swords and the Empress, always trying to bring truth and, let them know, hey, you need a boundary here. You need to do this and you need to do that, because you were all of those things to them. And what did they do? They became defensive and they ruined everything. That's why they say they feel like they ruined everything. That's also the reason why the star is here, because they're hopeful that you're going to give them another chance. All right, let's go. Let's go back to the feminine side and get past and present. Past is the Four of Wands. You wanted to marry this person. Absolutely. You thought that this was a relationship that was going to lead to marriage. Looking at what's looking back at me at the top is the King of Wands and the Sun. You pursued this too. And for some of you guys, you asked this person to marry you. You were very, very much so ready for marriage and thought that you had found the person that you were going to be with for the rest of your life. You love their passion. You loved a lot of things about them, but it's this one thing, this Three of Pentacles thing and their communication and a few other things where, although they made you very happy and you were attracted to their passion as this King of Wands, they just fell short. They fell short. This person could be a fire sign too, because I'm definitely looking at Four of Wands in the past, King of Wands in the Sun in the present. I mean, that's fire. That's all the way fire. All right, let's go to the masculine side and look at past and present. Past is the Queen of Wands. Look at y'all mirroring. So they felt the exact same way. They were very much so attracted to and alluring to your alluring personality. You can have a touch of fire in your chart too, feminines. You guys are mirroring. I mean, the King of Wands for them was in present for you, but the Queen of Wands is coming up in past for them. It's still the same thing. Looking back at me right now, unfortunately, they are confused. They could be mutable fire. I'm feeling Sagittarius, or they can be, have water and fire. Because what's looking back at me is the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups. They are confused. They don't know whether they should move on. This means that they're hurt. They're hurt by the things that you said. yet they were right. It's one of those individuals that'll get mad at you, like I just got through explaining with her. Get mad at the person that's delivering the message when they know damn well it's the truth. It's easier to get mad at you than to get mad at themselves. So right now they are in mental confusion, and they are trying to figure out whether the other options that they may be presented by right now are viable options. So no major arcana in their present. None. They are making changes in their life. They're taking some of the suggestions that you said, but they're still confused about you because you were the one that said it. Some of us is going to get the penalty for bringing the truth to a situation, and some folks just don't want to hear it. They just don't, guys. And whoever I'm reading for on this feminine side, you are definitely agreeing with me and you understand where I'm coming from. You don't go around hurting people with the truth, but you're going to give the truth. This was a person that you loved, and you tried to give some suggestions about other things that they were dealing with that you knew about, family, business, or whatever. They would take your suggestions, but when you got on their ass about what they were supposed to correct in this relationship, they became defensive and then, got to doing a bunch of shit to sabotage the relationship. All right. And a lot of that is a part of their personality, guys. They just are. Although they love their Queen of Wands, they feel like you guys you were very demanding and alluring and confident at the same time. Present energy right now. This is why they're feeling like they can't be with you. They feel like they ruined everything. But the contradiction is that they want an apology. They want to start over. So as you can see, they go back and forth, which is probably one of the damn reasons why you walked away to begin with, because this was a one-sided relationship and they can never really make their mind up because they get too caught up in their ego and their feelings, and they'll stay there. Oh, and by the way, I guess it's safe to say right now that I've already let the cat out the bag. That client, she was a fire sign, and she was one of the fire signs that I have already stated. So it's just like, then don't ask for advice if you're not going to take it. People kill me with that. You ask people advice, but you don't like their attitude or the way that they're delivering it. And I didn't have to sugarcoat anything with this person. Oh, and by the way, she hasn't been my client now for a couple years. This isn't recent, but it reminded me of her. So I'm just letting you know I'm not providing therapy for myself. I just see some of those qualities in this masculine. All right, well, that is where we're going to end this. I am going to go back and look at the tops of the deck for the hidden truth. Masculines is saying that I miss seeing you and I'm not financially stable, and then I still have feelings for you. And then I'm going to go back to feminine. We have, I'll wait for a sign from you. It was my fault, but I blamed you. My life is not together as it seems. Okay, so masculine is stating that they're not financially stable, which goes back to those pentacles. They're stating that they miss seeing you and they still have feelings for you. But feminine, you are coming to say that you'll wait for a sign because some of you guys really love this person and is waiting on them. You are acknowledging very, very much so hidden truth that some of this was your fault, but you blame them. And you want to let them know that you're not trying to be perfect. My life is not all together as it seems. It's not about perfection. And some people take the advice that you're trying to give them as like, I think I'm perfect. And you want to let them know, like, I understand what you're going through. I'm not perfect. Yeah, I'm this Queen of Wands individual. I walk my truth. I walk my path and all of that. But no one has to know what these dragons that I slay. Don't think that just because I am better equipped to handle with this on this end that I'm better than you. I want to walk with you hand in hand, not be in a situation where we were lopsided. That, I do wish I can take back my words. We will be together again. I will wait for a sign from you. So that's what I have. I'm going to close us out with one. Okay, too many. I'm just going to make it even. I'm going to go back. I was trying to get a couple of these. All right, let's start with feminine. Give me one thing to close us out, and we have, ooh, they felt like you were jealous and possessive masculine. And let's go one with masculine. And we have, I love you. Oh, well, that's where we're going to end it. They love you, feminine, and you obviously love them. You do. All right, let me clean some of this up so I can go back to what remains. Clarifying what remains for our feminine, obviously, is the moon in reverse and the empress, and the sun. Notable cards is that King of Wands and that Four of Wands. You do want to get married. There's a marriage story over here on the feminine side, definitely. All right, let's clean up some of this over here. What remains on this side in the main energy for our masculines? Remember that honorable mention was the Justice card when we clarified that Six of Pentacles, but we have the Star. And that's what remains, and justice for them. So it's very much so them hoping and wishing, but hope and wish with no action behind it, it's like useless, honestly, especially if you're not going to do the work. So they're hopeful that this is going to end, although they're confused. You, on the other hand, still want a brand new beginning, but you want a brand new beginning with no fear. This was a good reading. Wow. Yeah, I'm starting to like them again. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. It is always a pleasure, guys. That is going to conclude the Hidden Truth. And I hope that you found it resonant. And I will see you next month when I bring this one back to you again. We're going to close the month out with a career and money read. And please, I am going to do a massive close out for all of the zodiac signs. Go on the community tab and vote on what song you would like for me to read the energy of. Okay, it is on the community tab. I will link it below in the pinned comment. Bye, guys.